What is going on, guys? So here we are again with another Throwback Thursday with a little bit of news thrown in there. And as y'all all know, guys, I truly appreciate everybody that's already here. Nancy, that is okay. We appreciate you having to shape the young minds. Puff, I see you over there. Funko PDX, it's good to see you guys. I truly appreciate y'all coming and hanging out today. But on another Throwback Thursday, I am going to unbox the MTV Moon person. Now, if you were born sometime around the same time I was, which would have been in the 80s at some point, but we're not going to get into too many details there, you know exactly who this guy is. This is such an iconic character from our childhood or teenage years, or however exactly you want to look at that. But this is what they are calling a classic icon. It's the MTV Moon. You know, when they do the music awards, they always give these guys away a lot like they do in the Golden Globes, right? I mean, so really, really, really awesome guy. And I picked him up, I want to say the summer of last year. Now, no, it would have been the summer of 2019 is when I picked this guy up. And I picked him up from, I want to say it was Chicago. It was a little specialty place there in Chicago. They happened to have him. I know that you can pretty much get him anywhere now, though. So if you're still looking for him, I know that there's websites that still have him, like Entertainment Earth and a few others. But man, look, this thing's really cool. I mean, they put him on the stand and everything, just like you would have seen him in MTV, right? Just like it would have been a music award, right? So this is a very iconic one, and this is a very throwback. So like I said, I would have picked him up 2019 of last year. I mean, so it's been a minute. I've had him for a little while. One of my favorite pops, though. But here recently, and I don't have him sitting here beside me, Yessie Lou sent me probably my favorite pop of all time. And if you want to see that pop, go in one of the it was just recently, I want to say it was this week. It was a mail call, and it had Yessie Lou in there, and Yessie Lou sent me Uncle Sam. If you want to go check that video out, go check that video out at some point, or while we're watching, or after we're watching. Johnny Funko, it's good to see you, brother. Funko news, guys. There is not a lot of Funko news out there. I mean, they ended the year on a bad note, and in my opinion, they started the year on a bad note, right? So they ended the year in the 12 days of Funko or Christmas or whatever it is that we're calling that whatever it is they had going on there. So that's how they ended the year. And then they started the year with a big gap, and then they started the Funko Fair, which started off super strong. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. The Funko Fair started off super strong. They came out swinging for the fences. And then somewhere along the way, they kind of forgot what they were doing, and they just started promoting not even necessarily channels, because a lot of the people that came on there were not even channels. They were just people that are Funko fanatics, right? And we know how they are with their Funko fanatics and all of that, right? I mean, we get that. We understand what they're doing there. They are trying to build a brand. Well, they built a brand. They're necessarily not trying to do anything. But before we get like too far into this, guys, I want to show everybody, you know, just here recently, my channel got monetized. And in the idea of it getting monetized, I now have the ability to do super cool things like this. So I'm going to let everybody check this out, and then we're going to get right into
So you want to become
news.
a member and you're not sure what that is. Well, becoming a member of the channel is a good way to support me and the channel. And you're going to get some cool perks along the way. So down below, if you'll go ahead and click down there, you'll see that there is only one level, and it's going to be called Burger Life. Get it? The play on words, Thug Life, Burger Life. All right. So each month that you are a member of the channel, the burger is going to change a little as we go along, and it's going to represent how long you've been a member of the channel. And you're going to get some pretty cool emojis that's going to go along with this. Now, the emojis are probably going to change over time, just depending on if I get more creative with it, or if I could just find different ones that I think are a little bit more suiting for the chat. It's going to grow and develop, as you know this channel has done every step of the way. And at the end of the videos, we're going to do a shout out. So I will post on there all of the members of the channel at the end of my live videos. That way that you are getting the recognition that you deserve. Guys, and I just want to say thank you in advance for clicking that join button down below. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next live.
Hey, you like how I threw that commercial in there, right? Hey, so hey, real quickly, guys, let me tell everybody I truly appreciate like helping me get to the monetization process, because that was awesome, and I'm finally there. I mean, it took a long year of pushing and fighting to get there, but but we made it. So let me say thank you. If that's something you want to check out, just go to my homepage. It has a little join button right there. I thought the burgers were a pretty cool idea to show how long my members have been there. Chase, I see you over there. Andy, I see you over there, guys. I'll try and shout y'all out as we go, man. I truly appreciate y'all coming and hanging out as always. But if that's something that you get into, guys, definitely go check that out. It's super cool. I see Chase already hit the member. Chase, I appreciate that, brother. So you're gonna get the little the hamburger's gonna change, right? And I took that straight off like a Twitch stream. Like that's something that the Twitch streamers tend to do more than you see here on YouTube. Is they tend to acknowledge their supporters and members and all of that a lot more than they do on YouTube. So that is definitely something that I am going to try and get into, where I acknowledge you guys and I show how long y'all been members. And I just want to say that I truly appreciate all of y'all in advance. Reading, I see you over there. I'm doing great. How are you doing? So let's move right along. Getting into the Funko news, like I said a second ago, there's not a whole lot of news to get into. Funko just kind of dropped the ball, and they dropped the ball to me in so many ways. And one of the ways that they dropped the ball is the way that they're dropping their exclusives now. They decided that they're just going to throw their exclusives on their page. They're not going to announce that they're coming on there until they're there, which all of us are not checking our emails every second of the day, right? I mean, we all know that they're not checking the every second of every day. I mean, it's just not possible for me, and it's most likely not possible for everybody here to check their email to see when something dropped. So it's not like that you can go in there and say on this time and at this day, that's when they're going to drop it. Well, that's not what they're doing anymore. Now they just decide they're going to randomly put them on there, and it's left up to us to check their page every few minutes to see when they're dropping something. And to me, that's just garbage. That's just another way of feeding the bots. The bots now, they only have to wait until it's seen on there and then stick their bots on them and have them sold out well before any of us ever got the idea that they're there. So I hate the way that they're dropping their exclusives. I hope that that's something that we're going to see them change here in the future. But, you know, we will just see. I mean, right now I'm a little disappointed in them, but I'm going to do one of the things that I love to do on today is I'm going to go to their Instagram. We're going to roll through it. I'm going to see if there's anything new, anything that we could talk about. And if you have anything that you want to talk about, throw a comment over there and let me know what it is that we want to talk about and what we want to get to today. I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. You know, it is just to show y'all what we have going on, because that's super cool. I love the hamburgers. I love how they're going to change every day. I had to do a little bit of a play on words with, you know, the whole like burger life, thug life. To me, it just seemed like suiting to have a little bit of a play on words there. So let's pull this up and see what we have, guys. This is for real one of my favorite things to do with y'all, is to sit down and see what they have on their Instagram, because like I said a second ago, not all of us have the ability to check every day at every second to see what they have dropping. So I want them to go back to the email so that I know what they're dropping, when they're dropping it, and then I can decide if I honestly want to give it a shot or not. I'm going to start off at the top though, guys, because I haven't really looked at these lately. There's some of them that I don't know, like these guys. I don't really know who they are, so I'm going to just kind of skip over them and move to the next one. I think we all know who like Kid and Play is, but I'm still going to skip over them, and I'm going to move into this guy. Now, I moved into this guy because I think that this is going to be an extremely strong chase again. I think that right now, well, maybe with the exception of Robin. Okay, so let's like, I'm gonna clarify that one for a second. With the exception of Robin, right? So Robin is a really strong chase. I mean, really strong chase. It's a really strong one. This guy is moving into a strong a chase as he is. Now, I like to see it when they start pulling into the really strong chases like they have here, because it just makes me feel better about looking for the chase. When those chases come out and they're super weak, they put a rabbit in this hand and not a rabbit in this hand, or they change the color of his shirt in this one and not in that one. To me, doesn't really feel like a chase. To me, it feels like a cop-out. To me, it feels like we got lazy. To me, it just feels like they didn't care enough to put in the effort to make it a chase. This one, on the other hand, I am not disappointed about this one. This one I think is pretty fire. Now, I know that the only thing they changed was his head sculpt, and I'm okay with that. And they probably didn't even really change the head sculpt, if we're being completely honest. They are probably just changing out the pieces, and that's why they've started making so many pieces. That's probably just a change. I would imagine that the bandana and the hairpiece are going to be one mold, and then they just changed the hat out to make all of that work. Let's see. Wayneko have nothing but that's the point though, Zach, is to have a good time, and that's what we do, right? We come in here and have a good time and hang out. And I see that the little group look. I know that I don't tell y'all I appreciate y'all enough, or at least I don't feel like I do. I noticed that our little group went from 3 people, it went from 4 people. Now we're up to 8, and sometimes by the end of this video, we're up to like 12 and 15. Man, I appreciate that. I mean, that just means that more and more of you are wanting to come hang out and chat and chill, and that's just truly awesome, and that's what this is all about. This is all about hanging out, chatting. And so look, I truly encourage you to throw some chats over there. This is a pretty cool pop. It's not one that I'm necessarily going to go after. Y'all know how I feel about these though. These albums are fire. Now, they just recently came out with that Superman, which is what they're calling a vinyl. I think that that's actually going to change, because I think that's more like the prototype picture that they sent out. I think that that's going to be a pop comic, not a pop vinyl. I think at some point we're going to see that change. But right now, that's kind of like what it says in one of the, what I want to say, a prototype videos, a prototype photo. So I think that's truly going to change, right? I think that we're truly going to see it's a pop comic before it's over with, which is also, look, listen to me, if you don't listen to anything else I say, and we're going to get to that one here at some point, if you don't have that one pre-ordered and you don't get your hands on it and you want it, by the end of this year, you're going to pay major scalper fees to get that Superman. Now, I'm only telling y'all that because I like y'all, and I need you to listen to me on that one. Just reading the comments in the different major channels that commented in on that one to tell us how big that one was going to be tells me that it's going to be huge at the end of the day. But these vinyls right now are still like my thing. I really like these vinyls. So far, I've managed to collect every one of them. The only one of them that I don't have ordered is going to be the Lil Wayne Carter 3. That's only because the only place it seems that you can order it from is Big Apple Collectible. I don't do business with Big Apple Collectible. I have some feelings about Big Apple Collectibles and why I don't do business with them. And I think that it has a lot to do with the fact that they charge a scalper's fee when it comes to their stuff. And I don't believe that a company that's ordering Funkos in should charge a scalper's fee, right? I think that if a company is ordering something in boxes, right, and it comes in boxes, and we get these boxes of these guys, right? We get boxes. I don't think that because Funko made a chase version, then that allows you to take that chase version and charge me $40 for it. I think then you throw it in the lineup with the rest of them, and the person that gets it, and that's why it's called a chase variant, right? It's not called a make more profit variant. So they've been on my, Zach, they've been on my no fly for a long time because of that. And then I also know that they use some bots to get in on some of the cons. So they've been on my no fly list for a long time. But as soon as I can find that album somewhere other than Big Apple Collectibles, I am going to hop on it and see if I can get him, because right now he's the only one that I don't have in my collection, or at least like I don't have pre-ordered, right? And I'm trying to get the first 10 of these guys, and then after the first 10, I might back off of them a little bit, just depending on how fast they come out with them. If they continue to like come out in lightning speeds, then I'm probably going to back off. If they continue to come out with 1 or 2 or 3 a year, I will continue trying to be a completionist at these guys. Now, this is going to be another really cool one. This is a Motorhead. Now, they announced 2 of these guys in the final days. I want to say that it was the final days of Funko Fair, or maybe the last day of Funko Fair. They announced the 2 of them. Really sharp. They also announced that Superman, which to me, also really sharp. And listen to me. Go ahead and pre-order that one if that's one of them that you want to get your hands on, because he is going to be really hard to get your hands on in the future. Britney Spears. Now, every time I see a Britney Spears, and don't give me any hateful comments over there, I always think that they should make a shaved head version every single time. Now, I know that it's probably wrong of me to think that they should like do a shaved head version, but she did make that image. I didn't make that image for her. She made that image. So I would personally collect a Britney Spears if they came out with the shaved head version. I would be all over that one. Other than that, I'm not like a monstrous Britney Spears fan. I appreciate the fact that she's an artist. I appreciate the fact that she came out about the same time that that would have been about the era that I was listening to music. So I appreciate that about her too, but I would also appreciate if they would make me a shaved head version, or maybe I could just find one and throw it in there. Let's see. Now, the Wonder Woman. Here's the funny thing about the Funko Fair that a lot of us had pointed out over the time, right? Is that in the Funko Fair, they actually released a lot of these guys that necessarily shouldn't have been They shouldn't have been in the fair. They were already released. We'd already seen them in stores. They were already popping up everywhere. It was one of them that we were already seeing, right? I mean, so in some of these, I'm all for it, and then in some of them, I'm just kind of confused. The Wonder Woman ones are really cool, though. I think after the movie came out, they're going to get even more popular. Now, a lot of these dropped before the movie, and it was just super hard for them to push. I mean, you could only understand you're trying to sell something that people don't really understand. So that's kind of what happened with that one. The pop pins. Oh man, I'm going to open this one up for conversation. How many of us collect the pop pins? I personally do not collect the bot pins, but I don't collect them because I don't think they're cool. I think they're extremely cool, and I think that if that's something that you want to get into, you should definitely be into it. My problem with them is they're too big. So when I collect pins to put them on my backpack. I got this camouflage Adidas backpack that probably has 30 pins on it, and that's what I do. When I collect pins, I collect them with the intent of using them. I don't collect them with the intent of never using them. So because of that, I don't collect the pop pins because they're just too big. They're just really, really big. Now they have made some here in the recent that I think are pretty cool and that I might actually like go pick up. But they were Star Wars spots in Star Wars pins, and everybody here knows that I got this like soft spot in my heart when it comes to Star Wars. Yeah, I mean, so Chase has a few of them. I see Funko Brothers has a few of them. I mean, so I know that there's people out there that collect them. But let me ask y'all another question since you answered that. What do you do with them? Have you only displayed them on a shelf? Did you put them on a backpack? Is there something that you're doing with them other than just displaying them? I mean, because like I said, I like to put mine on a backpack, but then that makes them really hard to collect. I mean, because they're just too big to put on a backpack. I did notice that there was some Chase variances in some of those guys, though, that I thought was really cool. This is going to be another one that I think is okay. Now, I love the fact that GameStop has that glow variant. So if I was going to go after him, I would definitely go after the Funko Shop or the GameStop with the glow variant, because if it comes to a common or just a regular one, I'm always going to go after the glow variant. I mean, every single time I am going to go after the glow variant just because that's what I'm going to do. They don't have the glow variant there though, but I see him like in the near future happening. Let's see what else they have. This is the one that I was just talking about. Look, I'm going to take a moment of silence for this guy. Hey, look, check it out. This is going to be a really awesome collectible, and it's going to be a hot one. I don't see this going down like the albums did, right? The albums, they really haven't caught traction. They're starting to catch traction, but they still haven't caught traction. Pop Migs, what is up? So they still haven't caught traction. This one is not going to be like that. This one is going to catch traction right away. Look, there's so many huge channels that have commented on these posts that I know that there's a lot of support going on for this one. There is a lot of promotion going on for this one. So if you don't have your hands on this one, you're going to get caught not having this one, or you're going to pay a lot of money in scalper fees trying to get him. I went ahead and pre-ordered 2 of them. I'm not going to lie with you guys. I have 2 of those guys for pre-order. One is for display, and then one of them I'm going to send to another channel that missed out on getting it pre-ordered, so I'm going to get that one over there. If you haven't got this one pre-ordered, I think that you can still get this guy pre-ordered on Entertainment Earth. And Chase, I see that you don't have my hamburger there by your name. I am going to get on there at some point here in a little bit and try and figure out exactly why you don't have a hamburger there, because that should be a hamburger and not that funky S thing that they have going on there. So I'm gonna look into that in a little bit and see exactly what's going on there. So I guess that was day 9 that I just went through. I am fairly impressed with day 9. They had 3-4 items on there that I am impressed with. Now moving in past day 9, stuff started to get how do I say this? Stuff started to get not necessarily weird, but it just started to get displaced, right? I mean, so we're going to move into a lot of Disney stuff, and this is where it starts to get just displaced, right? Stuff starts to get weird, and it just really don't understand what was going on at that point. Hey, Funko Brothers, I truly understand that, and that's the one funny thing about Funko is at some point they make you pick and choose what you're going to collect and what you're not going to collect. So I truly understand that. Now they have a yes. So I really like the I hope that it's a reprint of the comic, Chase, is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that that Superman's a reprint of the comic, and inside that case, there's going to be a reprint of the edition 1 comic book Superman. Now, I know that that's probably swinging for the fences. That's not probably where Funko is at. They probably just put a little like they probably just put a little print sheet in there that looks like the cover, but I truly hope that they have the cover in there. That is my hopes, is that the cover is in there. We're just gonna have to wait and see exactly what's going on, and if they put the cover in there. Now, when it comes to these guys, this is another one that I'm not real sure about, and that I just don't seem to know a whole lot about right at the end of the day. I mean, I don't know why. Or, I mean, I know they're Disney characters. I don't know why they become so popular. I don't know why so many Disney characters on here became as popular as they are. But the problem with a lot of this stuff is they are putting so many out there. They are doing so many of them that at some point they kind of start to lose their value. Now, this is a pretty cool Winnie the Pooh. I like that they did him as a Hot Topic exclusive. I could kind of see that one being a Hot Topic exclusive, though. I'm going to move right past him and come into some other pins. Now, this is what I was saying just a second ago when I say that I see some of these guys, right, that are pretty fire. Now, this is another set of the pins, and this one has the I'm trying to remember her name as we speak, and I just Jessica Rabbit. It's Jessica Rabbit, right? Yes, Jessica Rabbit. So Jessica Rabbit on this one is a really awesome Chase variant in the pins, right? So if I was gonna collect the pins, I would definitely be going after the Jessica Rabbit, right? I mean, that's where I would be going if I was going after these guys. But like I said, they're too big to put on my backpack, so I'm just not going to go after them. But if I was, that's the direction that I would definitely be heading. Would be in that direction. So moving past the pins, that Jessica Rabbit, though, is really hot. I don't know a whole lot about this, guys, but I am going to talk about, let's make sure that they didn't have another page on that, because, I just learned here recently that they have other pages on that I need to pay a little bit more attention to that. And that, I guess that kind of shows y'all how much that I use Instagram. This is what I said a minute ago when I say that Funko has ran things into the ground. So there was a time that Mickey was really popular, right? I mean, there was a time that those Mickeys went up in value. So people got their hands on them, and the next day they were $200, and Funko lived in that world for a while. You got a Mickey and it shot up in value. You got a Mickey and it shot up in value. But then they made one after another until they quit going up in value. So I think they've recycled these molds so many times, just in different ways, that the value's just not there anymore. Yes, so just like in the albums where they put the cardboard in there, and it's like the albums have got major issues, and I've held nothing back on Funko, and that's the one thing that I'm never going to do, is I'm not going to hold anything back on Funko, just like I'm not right now. I haven't held anything back on those albums. I truly like the albums. I think they're really awesome. They have major design flaws. So I'm hoping on this Superman that they've corrected some of the design flaws that me from an outsider noticed. So I know that they've had to pick up on this already. So I'm hoping that they have picked up on these design flaws and they're going to fix them in advance. But here we go again with more of these Mickeys, right? And these are the same Mickeys that you were just looking at in slightly different colors. I mean, so now we just take the Mickey, we change the color of him, we put music on him, we put candy corns, we put just all kinds of crazy black and white, green Mickeys, and just all kinds of different stuff, and then we keep pumping the Mickey out as a new Mickey, even though he's not a new Mickey anymore, right? I mean, we all know as a collector that this Mickey's been recycled 15, 20 times. I mean, I'm even looking at the blue one in the top right-hand corner, and I just seen an image with him that's on their site right now, and we might make it to their site today. We might not. Yesy Lou, how are you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Good to see you. I was just talking about you at the beginning of this one. So I am going to move past this one. Let's keep on going. So we have Stitch. Stitch was at a strange part in my life where I was almost grown but not quite grown. Probably thought I was more grown than I honestly was. I really like Stitch. I haven't gotten into collecting Stitch. I think that Stitch on that rocket is an iconic part of the movie, and I can't remember in the movie if he was on a rocket. I don't think that he was. He was on something and thought that was the greatest thing in the world. And then they also had the Elvis Stitch that came out some long time ago now that's really cool as well. So those are some pretty cool ones. Not anything that I'm going to run out and grab at this moment, but they are still pretty cool. Out of that group, if I seen any of them going up in value, it's going to be the Stitch on a rocket, or it's going to be Stitch playing the ukulele. It's going to be one of those two. I mean, but look, it could be any of them. Sometimes they surprise me and what goes up and what doesn't go up. These are really cool, and I'm going to go through these one at a time. And y'all see that I caught that little arrow that time, right? I feel like I got smart all of a sudden. All right. Yes, Wayne bought 5,000. Guys, y'all all know, oh, you got your sticker. That is awesome. I don't think I have any of those stickers sitting right here. Let me think about this for a minute. And I do. Check that out. All right. So talking about my stickers for a minute, let's pull up this full screen. So I am really glad that you got the sticker, guys. As a Patreon supporter, these guys always get my stickers when they first come out. Now, everybody here knows that I kind of like moved into what I am calling, and I'm going to see if this brings it up. It did bring it up. So I am calling this year Wayne Bought 5,000, and I made stickers to say Wayne Bought 5,000. Now I have a few of these guys left over that didn't make it to the Patreon. If you want to get your hands on one of these stickers, it's super easy. Go to the video that I made yesterday, share that video on any one of your social media platforms. I mean, any one of your social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is that you're going to use as a platform, and then go over to my Instagram and say, hey Wayne, I shared the video, here's my address, hook me up, and I will get one of these guys out in the mail to you. Now they're clear, so whatever you put them on is going to kind of like take the image of that. Super awesome though. Chase, I am really happy that you got your hands on him. I didn't really know like when everybody was going to get their hands on him, but I knew it had to be happening here at some point. These Alice in Wonderland pops, oh man. Now I have not been into collecting the Alice in Wonderland pops. I know that it seems like everything that comes out Alice in Wonderland turns into gold, though. So the Cheshire Cat that they have up there is really awesome. Now, I lived a lot of my life thinking that the Cheshire Cat was a real thing. Just like I lived a lot of my life thinking that snozberries was, you know, the snozberries taste like snozberries. There is no such thing as a Cheshire Cat. Now, I have seen a few cats that look a whole lot like the Cheshire Cat, but he was a made-up cat. Now, the Cheshire Cat, the Mad Hatter, I can't remember exactly what that rabbit was in Alice. All are going to sell out super fast when they do release them. They always do. I mean, Guitar Case, that's pretty awesome, Chase. They always sell out really fast when it comes to Alice in Wonderland. This is one of the lines that they've really not run into the ground that hard. Now, it looks like they might be making a run at that right now, though. They're coming out with is that the Queen of Hearts, right? I hope that I have that right. It's the Queen of Hearts, another rabbit, another Alice, and then the two twins that I can't remember their name. Also very like iconic members when it comes to Alice in Wonderland. And there's one more of these guys. So then they're coming out with the jumbo size Cheshire Cat. Now, like I said just a second ago, I have not collected any Alice in Wonderland stuff. This might be an exception if I'm being honest, in which I love to be honest. I am probably going to go after that jumbo size Cheshire Cat just because those 10-inch, I have a soft spot for 10-inch pops. They're really awesome. It's really cool. I am probably going to go after that one, not just for the fact that it's the Cheshire Cat, but for the fact that that thing would be really spooky if you just moved him around your house from time to time, which is something that I just like to do, right? I like to have fun. I really like to have fun with my kids. So let's see what we got here. He says, yes, the little soldier next to the queen. I guess I missed the little soldier next to the queen. Let me go back to that one real quick and see what we got. Oh, I do see him now. So it's the Queen of Hearts, and it just says Pop and Buddy. So I guess that's going to be like one of the dog ones that they did, right? I said dog. So a lot of times when they did the Santa, they did the Mrs. Claus, and they did a few other ones, a Ron Burgundy. They put a dog and a cat there beside them, right? So that's what that looks like to me. It looks like that they're doing a play on the whole like Ron Burgundy thing, or not Ron Burgundy thing, a whole play on like the whole like It's a Buddy thing. That's really cool. I didn't notice that, Chase. I appreciate you pointing that one out. That is really awesome. So I am going to move out to Alice in Wonderland. And like I said a second ago, here we go with some more Mickeys. How many designer Mickeys would you like to collect this year? You want one of them? Would you like two of them? Would you like 20? How about 30? I mean, because that looks like where we're at. And they look, they did three major lines this year that I noticed. They did Disney, they did anime, and they did sports. Now, we all know that those are three topics that sell really well. Everything Disney always sells really well. Everything anime sells really well, right? Because the anime kids are into anime, and that's what they're into, and that's cool because I like anime, right? So I could say that and get away with it. They're into their animes. I'm into My Hero Academia. I like to collect everything My Hero Academia. But the anime stuff and then the sports memorabilia, that's been a huge thing since way before any of us were born, right? That was when Babe Ruth and all of those guys were coming into sports. So they hit three major topics that they knew were going to be hot this year, and they stood on them. And they're going to stomp them out until they've just made no more. So if you're just into some more Mickey and Minnie Mouses, there you go. They've made us some more of them. Thank you, Funko, for making 8 or 10. Or let's see. Let's just do a count real quick because now I'm just curious as to how many they dropped in the fair. So I'm gonna start the count, and it's probably gonna be a rolling count, right? So we have 5, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 of them so far. I'm gonna skip over that one though, guys, and jump into the bigger page of the Pinocchio because this is another one that I just haven't like pulled the trigger on as far as collecting them goes. But there's supposed to be even more. There's supposed to be even more. This is going to be the year of anime, Disney, and sports memorabilia. Now they're coming out with some more Pinocchio stuff. I wish that they would have gave us a Chase variant in the Pinocchio himself. I wish that they would have went so far as to said, here's a Pinocchio with a longer nose, right? That's what I wish they would have done. That's not what they did. That's what I wish they would have done. Now, I know that we're kind of getting into the list that we talked about last week. So at some point, I'm going to kind of move out of this list and jump right into their Funko site and see what they have on there. Funko says, I am confused. So I guess Funko PDX, I'm confused. I don't know what today's leaks are. When it comes right down to keeping up with Funko, I kind of stopped at some point. There was a time that I was really like hardcore keeping up with Funko, and I was keeping up with everything they were doing. But if you're not careful, that will consume so much of you that I haven't done it today. But how about throw a comment over there and tell me exactly what the leaks were today? So that's exactly what I was saying though. I wish that they would have gave us a Pinocchio with a longer nose, right? That would have sealed the deal with me when it came to Pinocchio. If they would have just given me one with a longer nose and said, this is the different Pinocchio. This is going to be the one with the longer nose. I thought that they had another section there that I could click through. This BAM exclusive, that's Books a Million or some nonsense of that said. I really like the Diamond Edition stuff. Now, I don't collect a whole lot of the Diamond Edition stuff because it seems that it's really hard to get your hands on a lot of times. But I do really enjoy getting my hands on some of that Diamond Edition stuff. I'm going to get off this page though, and I'm going to move over into their actual website, and we're going to see what they have on there. I mean, because now we're getting into the same stuff that we hit on last week, and I don't want to like indulge too much into the same stuff that we hit on last week. I'll just kind of roll through it real quick and see if there's anything that maybe I overlooked. I know that these guys right here are still on the top of my list of pops that I need to get my hands on for 2020. These guys are still Funko. Fabian, how are you doing, brother? Fabian, I see that. Did you change your name back? I mean, it was something else for a while there, right? I think that it was something else for a while there. This King Kong and Godzilla are still right up on the top of my list of pops that I need to get my hands on for 2020. But I'm gonna get off of that, and we're gonna go over to their site real quick and see exactly what they have on there. See what they have coming up new. We're just going to see real quick what they have, and let's go from there. Now, I am going to jump into I'm going to go to the products page. I'm not necessarily going to try and jump into any of them in particular. I'm not going to. Funko PDX says that they had Disney Pops leaked today. So, I mean, hey, that goes into what I was saying just a second ago. They're just going to run Disney into the ground until they can't run it into the ground anymore, and the value of the pops are going to be so low that it's not even going to be what you paid for them before it's over with. So I just hate it when they do that. And this is what I was saying just a second ago. This Mickey right here is on their site as one of the artist edition. They call it the Apprentice Mickey. They have him on there, right? And they just painted him. So they painted him a different color, they paint him a different color, and then suddenly he's a different pop. To me, that doesn't make him a different pop. That makes him the exact same pop. They just changed the color of him and then threw him out there as a different pop. I think that that's cool when they start making the artist editions, because you couldn't have the artist editions if they didn't use a sculpt of something else to make an artist edition. I just think that they're taking it way too far. They need to slow down just a little on exactly how far they're pushing that stuff. I mean, give us just a little bit of a break, right, when it comes to the Disney stuff, and then it'll hold its value a little better. I'm going to see if I can like scroll out of this one without canceling out of the whole page. We know that that's what it seems what happens every time I do that. Look at that. It threw me all the way to the bottom of the page. That is so annoying. So annoying. This is one of them that I am absolutely confused has not sold out. Joe Montana. Now, everybody in here knows who Joe Montana is. Joe Montana is an iconic football player, just not a football player, an iconic football player with more Super Bowl rings than he has fingers, which is pretty awesome, right? I mean, at that point, you became like an all-star, and no matter how you look at it, you became an all-star. So I am just confused on why exactly he has not sold out. I don't think that he'll be on there forever, though. So if it's a pop that you're going to get your hands on, you should definitely go get your hands on it here at some point, because it's one of them that is going to sell out over time. It might not be sold out right now, but it definitely is going to sell out. I hate it that I can't just back up on this page. It's super annoying how that works, that I can't just back up and be done with it. But here we are. We're going to back up and go back to the bottom of the page. We're going to have some more Fortnite stuff. I thought that they already come out with the Cuddles Bear team lead. I'm pretty sure that that one's already been out. I'm pretty sure that we already seen the Pickle Rick with the laser. So I'm going to like scroll past these. Now, this one is a Funko Shop exclusive. I think that it's still on here for sale. I mean, it has to still be on here for sale because I'm looking at it at this moment. It doesn't say sold out. Look, I'm going to level with you guys. I'm not really like collecting a whole lot of these McDonald's stuff, right? I mean, I just don't really understand. They just keep coming out with more of them, right? They keep coming out with more of them. Chase, I really didn't know that. I just knew he had a lot of them. And Brady does have more, yes. I know that Brady has more. So I'm not going to get into this line, not like a lot of people are. I'm not actively going to run out and grab these guys. I have two of them that I just put in my collection. I put Ronald McDonald in my collection, and I put the Hamburglar in my collection, and that's simply going to be it when it comes to these. I'm not going to run out and grab every one of them. I don't see what everybody else is seeing when they see these guys. To me, this looks like something they should have put in my Happy Meal. I mean, if they would have put these guys back in the Happy Meal, that I would definitely be running out. And I don't know that I would run out and buy a Happy Meal just to get them. But from time to time, we do like we get to babysit one of our other coach's daughter, which is just 2 years old. So I like to go grab her some Happy Meals from time to time, only because, you know, it's a lot of fun when they're that little. But anyways, I would probably go grab her some, and then I would keep the toys out of them. I'm not going to lie to you. But I'm not really into this line. It's not one that I'm going to collect. It's not one that I'm running out to get. I wish that they would have put them in a Happy Meal. That way we would have had them, right? But they didn't. They didn't do it. So I'm going to move past these guys. Y'all know how I feel about them. Hey, here we go with the recycling Ronald McDonald, right? So we took the same Ronald McDonald. We glued some sunglasses to his face here, and we're going to sell him again. And completionists are going to buy him again. And that's okay if that's what you're into. If you're into buying these guys 3 and 4 and 8 and 9 times, then look, absolutely, he's going up for sale now. They glued some sunglasses to his face. He's there. I'm not that into him that I'm going to run out and buy him like that. I mean, it's just not one that I'm going to go get. Ozzy Strikes Again. Yeah. So I am going to move past this guy real quick and see what else they have. You know, they have the early bird McDonald, then they have the nuggets. I do have a couple of these nuggets coming from Entertainment Earth. I want to say one of them is the Cowboy Nugget, and the other one is their Entertainment Earth exclusive with maybe the Fireman. So I did pick up a few of the chicken nuggets, but I'm definitely not going after all of these guys. So they also have like some other stuff that I don't know. They have Logic here, which must be a singer. I mean, because he has a microphone in his hand. And then we have the Homelander boys. Don't know who they are either, even though they say these are all new. This one is pretty cool, though. I like the fact that it's clear. I mean, they're calling it translucent. They might as well just call it clear. It just would have been easier to say at that point. I'm going to move past him, though, and see what we have further down the line. Hopefully there's something fire in here other than plush. Lots of these plush things coming out this year. And then we're moving into the Minions. So this reminds me a lot of the Aliens, and I know that we've all seen these, right? The Aliens have come out, and the Aliens are going to be a line that's never going to stop. They're a really cool line. There's a lot of people that's into them. The Minions are going to be the same thing. But at some point, I think you have to stop and say, if I have one of them, then I have all of them. And that's kind of how I feel about a lot of this stuff. If I have one of these guys, then I probably have all of them. I mean, because at some point, they all kind of start to look the same, right? They kind of start to look the same. You know, hey Chase, here's the thing: is I do agree with you on that. I really do agree with you on the fact that the fact they slowed down enough that it gives my wallet a chance to breathe, right? I truly do agree with you on that. These guys, they're just going to keep like flooding the market with them. They're going to come out with 100 different variances of him. This is not the only 10-inch one you're going to see. I promise you, you're going to see 15 others of these, all in the 10-inch. You're going to probably be able to build a wall in 10-inch Minion pops before it's over with. And some of them are kind of cool. Look, I'm not going to lie to y'all. I do like these Minions. I think these Minion minis, though, are kind of expensive at $7 a pop. Chase, throw a comment over there and tell me exactly what y'all pay for these guys. Is that a common price? I mean, is $7 normally what they go for? I thought they went for $5. $7 to me seems like a lot for those guys. The 1989 Joker, yes, Puff, you are exactly right. That is a very strong Chase variant. That to me is probably still one of the best Chase variances that they've made, but they've come out with some really strong Chase variances since then. You have the Evil Knievel, which is a very strong Chase variant. You had the Robin, which is also a really strong Chase variant. Now, and I'm going to call him a Samurai Robin, but I noticed that I just got the blue Batman in. That video is going to drop next week, so make sure that you're checking that out next week. I just got that guy in. I'm calling it a Samurai. They called it. They didn't call it anything on the box, and then other people have kind of like nicknamed it whatever they named it in the comics. I'm calling it the Samurai Batman, so it'll be the Samurai Batman with the Samurai Robin. Both of those are truly, truly, truly awesome. So, I mean, there's that. But Chase 5 to 7. Okay, yes. So I guess that is a common price, but man, that just seems expensive for those guys. That seems like a lot of money for those things, and because they're just not that big. If they were a little bigger, or I don't know, that just seems like a lot of money for those. These keychains must be selling really well, though. I mean, we see that they just keep pumping out these keychains, and they just keep pumping them out. They just keep pumping them out. I want to say that this is one of the retro toy lines. Am I right? I don't know what a Polly Pocket is, but it sounds like it's something that should be on TechBot After Dark. Who here knows what a Polly Pocket is? I personally, that is another strong variant Pop makes. That's another strong variant. So look, from time to time they come out with some strong variances, but it just a lot of times it feels like they dropped the ball. Is this something that's supposed to be on TechBot After Dark? I mean, this looks like it's something. It sounds like it's something that is supposed to be on TechBot After Dark. This does not sound like this is something that is supposed to be on a Funko site during the day. Polly Pocket was a small toy. I mean, it had to be a small toy, but the name of it sounds out there somewhere. It's definitely retro. All right, moving on from that one. So when I see these guys, because this is not the first one they've done a Mickey Mouse like this as well. When I see these, I think of cookie cutters. I think that someone made a cookie cutter and then they turned it into a pop, and that's what I see when I see these guys. And I hate the fact that that's what I see when I see these guys, but that is what I see. That does not look like a pop to me. That looks like maybe it's supposed to be a pen, maybe it's supposed to be a cookie cutter. Maybe Funko should get into making cookie cutters. I mean, they're making clothes now, they're making handbags, they're making bobbleheads, they're making all kinds of stuff. Maybe like cookie cutters is the next thing that they're making, and we just haven't seen that yet. So maybe that is supposed to be. I like how it works. Funko PDX, I don't know, but I'm gonna act like I don't know. Well, let's see. Let's move right along. Yes, I mean they are Puff TV. They're hitting every like demographic that they possibly can. I mean, it's just what they're doing. And look, you can't like fault Funko for that at all. I mean, it's just what Funko does. Yeah, so I'm with you on that. I would like to see the back of this guy and see, but it looks a lot like a cookie cutter. I'm gonna imagine that the back of him's just flat, Chase. That the back's just flat. They didn't do anything on the back. It's a cookie cutter that they put on a stand. And maybe that's something that we're gonna see come from Funko soon. Maybe that's an idea. Maybe they want to make a cookie cutter. I don't know. They're trying to make everything else. So maybe the cookie cutter is next. I'm sure that it's super easy to make. I mean, it has to be. It's a flat piece of plastic with a stand. I mean, so it just has to be a really easy. So the Queen Pops are pretty cool. I don't necessarily know that this is one of them that I would run out and get. This one, on the other hand, is one of them that makes me want to run out and get it because this one's pretty fire. Queen is a really hot band, though. I mean, you can't deny the level in which Queen is, right? I mean, Queen is a phenomenal band. They're going to go down in the Hall of Fame just like all the other phenomenal bands. I mean, so that one right there, if I was going to go after a Queen guy, that would be the one that I'm definitely going to go after. Yeah, 50 cents for the mystery minis. And I don't know if I would go that low, Funko Brothers, but I would think $5 was a very solid price when it comes to the mystery minis. I would think at $5 you could attract me to want to unbox them a little bit, right? I could see that being one. So let's see what else they have on there. I hate how this thing starts me off at the bottom of the page every single time. Every time it starts me all the way at the bottom of the page. This goes into what I was saying a second ago, though, when I was talking about the samurais. They don't say what these guys are on here. They simply say Pop Hero, right? So on that box, we're going to get into the Batman box here in just a second, and you're going to get to see that this one looks exactly the same, right? So the boxes, they kept really the same. They got this really big Oriental look and feel to them when it comes to these boxes. They look a lot like a samurai to me, or what I would imagine a samurai to look like from one of the older movies. This one didn't sell out, but the Robin sold out. The blue Batman sold out. I think that they still have the black Batman on there and maybe the Harley Quinn and Joker. But let's move to the next page and see. They don't have them on here, so they must not have them up there for sale anymore. Let's see if maybe I can move the products and see if I can get over here and see if they're on there. That's kind of, oh, so they sold out. So that's why they're not on that page. This guy right here, this box to me is confusing. So I'm going to talk about this box for a minute. This box is the exact same box that the blue one comes in. The blue one comes in this box. Now, I want everybody here to tell me if I'm right or wrong on this. Now, normally, when they make a chase, they come out with the chase and the common. The chase comes out in the same box as the common. The only difference is they put a chase sticker on the box. When they come out with variant, the variants always have different boxes. On this one, it was either supposed to be a chase or somebody got lazy, right, and decided that they were going to put it in the exact same box that they were going to put this one in, because the blue Batman comes in this box, which has got the black Batman on him, right? So it gets kind of confusing on what they were doing there, and the only thing that I could say that makes logical sense is that they meant for that one to be a chase variant, and that's not what happened, right? They meant for him to be a chase variant, but the chase variant didn't happen. So that blue Batman is pretty sick, right? And I want to say that video is going to be Monday, so make sure you go check that video out Monday. It's going to be super awesome. I really like that Batman. It's quickly moved up into my Batman of 2021. Make sure that you catch a second to go check that video out. Super awesome Batman. That is right so far going to be my Batman of 2021. Starting back off all the way at the bottom of the page, let's roll back through here. So then they had the Harley Quinn. It took her a really long time to sell out. I'm kind of surprised she did sell out. I didn't get the Harley Quinn. I didn't get the Joker. I am, however, going to be playing a chase roulette with that Robin coming up here soon. So I bought, I want to say it was 6 or maybe it was 8. I want to say that it was 6, trying to get one of those chase variances because I really want that chase variant. And then the rest of them I'll figure out. I'm going to put them in giveaways or something to that effect. Y'all know how that rolls. The Batman did sell out. The Batman sold out super fast. Now, the blue Batman sold out all within a matter of minutes. The black Batman took a few weeks, but he eventually did sell out. That blue one is pretty sick, though, Chase. I'm not going to lie to you. That blue one is pretty sick. It's a really awesome one. I'm kind of floored, though, that Harley Quinn sold out. I didn't think that she was going to sell out. Maybe the Joker's going to sell out next. I don't, predict him selling out, but I guess he's going to, because the rest of them sold out, so it only makes logical sense that he's going to sell out. So if this is one of them that you're trying to get your hands on, you should probably go ahead and get your hands on this guy, because he is going to sell out over time. As you can see, the other ones already have, right? I mean, so as you can see, the other ones already have. And that is, you're exactly right, Chase. That is exactly why we try and help each other out on these releases, right, guys? And if y'all see something that pops up, make sure you give all of us a heads up and say, hey guys, it's on the Funko site, because I think that us working as a group at this point is the only way that we're ever going to know what the exclusives are that are falling on their site, because they're not sending us that email anymore that says, hey, it's 2 our time, it's 11 Western time, that these guys are going to be dropping at 2 p.m. Make sure you're there if that's what you want to get. And if you don't want to get it, then don't really worry about it, right? They're not doing that anymore. I don't know why they're not doing that anymore. To me, that's super disappointing. It was actually a little bit of fun, to be honest with you. It was kind of like going to Vegas and sitting in a slot machine. You pull that, well, I don't know about y'all. I pull the handle, right? I pull the handle because it's the nostalgic feel of it, right? When I pull that handle and those little things start spinning, it's an excitement all on its own. The same thing happens when they put them on their site at 2, right? They put that on their site at 2, and you know that you only have 5 minutes tops to get that guy in your cart, have him checked out and done, or you're just not going to get him. When they did away with that, to me, that's kind of heart-wrenching, right? Because I want to do that. I want to have that fun. And if I miss out on him, then I miss out on him. That's just the way it works, right? That time I pulled that wheel, it lost money, right? I didn't gain any money that time when I pulled that slot machine. So I hope that we see that start to happen. But if you see one of these guys come up on their site and one of their exclusives, go to Instagram, throw us all a message. Look, if y'all want to make a group chat, I'm cool with that too. The only thing I don't like about group chats is that if we're going to have a group chat, then it has to be a group chat, and we only talk about what exclusives they're dropping. We don't go into like huge conversations, because at that point it's too many messages and too many people, and it's too hard for my ADD brain to keep up with. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. That's why I don't like group chats. It's just too hard for me to try and keep up with. But if somebody wants to make one and you want to do like an exclusive, this is the exclusive that failed today, I am all about that, and I am happy to participate in that one. Happy to participate in that one. Now, these pop sockets or whatever they are must be pretty popular. I can't think that anybody would pay $15 for a pop socket that goes on the back of their phone, but there must be some people out there. I mean, it's just that just tells me that it's only a matter of days before we start to see the cookie cutter Funko come out as well. So moving on from that, and we've talked about him already today, the 1989 Joker variant, right? This right here is a really awesome pop, and this is one of them that I think collectively across the board, everybody who has said something about this pop has all said that this was a fire pop. This was a fire chase that they came out with, and I am still like excited about this chase. That 89 variant with the paint running down his face, and he has his Kango hat on turned sideways, and I don't necessarily know that that's a Kango hat, but I know that Kango is like a huge brand of like that hat. So I don't know if that's a Kango branded hat, but you know, it looks like he has the Kango turned sideways, the paint's running down his face. You can just tell, and he's about to go do something that's crazy, right? I mean, you can tell that that's where this is going. And to me, I'm with you, Puff TV. That thing is fire variant right there. I think that's all they have on here for DC. No, they have another page of DC. Let's see what else we have. We have the Riddler. We have some more Wonder Woman. We have keychains out the wazoo. Lots and lots of Wonder Woman. It looks like we have the 1979 Batman back on there. Now, I can't remember exactly what this one was called, but maybe it just was the 1979 Batman. I thought that was something a little different going on there. And it looks like that is kind of it. This one right here is kind of funny. I feel like we've seen this guy recycled 7, 8, 9, 10 times. As a matter of fact, I kind of know we've seen this guy recycled 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Check this out. I'm going to bring him in a little larger, but then I want you to check out Mean Gene. Tell me he doesn't look a whole lot like Mean Gene. I mean, So I am just about 100% sure we've seen that like pop right there recycled 7, 8, 9, 10 times. And I want to say it's 3 altogether. We have him as Mean Gene. We have him as, I want to say this one's Wayne. So his name was Alfred. Alfred was his name. So we had him as Alfred. And there's one other one, and I can't really remember the name of it, but there's one other one out there that, man, they have this crazy resemblance to them. Just crazy, crazy, crazy resemblance to them. Let's move over into your Star Wars stuff before we get out of here while we're running out of time. We'll see if they released anything new in the Star Wars community here lately, other than they are really doubling down on these keychains, guys. I mean, they're just killing it with those keychains. Now, those keychains don't work if you're going to honestly use them. If you're going to honestly use that keychain, it just doesn't work. It doesn't do it. Now, if you're going to use them as Christmas ornaments, which is what my wife did this year, she put them on my tree that was back behind me over here in Wayne 1 for Christmas. That was the ornaments that were on the tree. They were all these keychains. So look, they make really awesome keychain ornaments. I mean, just really, really awesome ones. So if you want to use them as keychain ornaments, then make sure you like jump on that and grab it. Let's see. Yeah. I'll show that one real quick, Chase. I'll show it one more time. I'll show that one, and then we will probably be running out of time today. So let's see. Let me pull this one back in here real quick. And then, guys, I want everybody to remember that I think at the beginning of the show, it had to be at the beginning of the show, I was talking about my channel being monetized. And I want to tell everybody that I truly appreciate, like, everything when it comes to the monetization process. I truly appreciate all the love and support y'all have shown me. I appreciate everybody that's been here, if not from day one, then close from day one, because look, all of that means a whole lot to me. Now, because I got monetized and they started to open things up slowly, I took a little time in making my membership, and I took a little time because I wanted to show how long somebody had been a member of the channel, a lot like you see on the gaming channels on Twitch that you don't necessarily see on YouTube. I wanted to bring some of that stuff over to YouTube. So bringing that stuff over to YouTube, I decided that I was going to do the burger life. The burger life is a pretty cool one, but I'm not going to explain it anymore. I am going to let the video explain it.
So you want to become a member and you're not sure what that is. Well, becoming a member of the channel is a good way to support me and the channel. And you're going to get some cool perks along the way. So down below, if you'll go ahead and click down there, you'll see that there is only one level, and it's going to be called Burger Life. Get it? The play on words, Thug Life, Burger Life. All right. So each month that you are a member of the channel, the burger is going to change a little as we go along, and it's going to represent how long you've been a member of the channel. And you're going to get some pretty cool emojis that's going to go along with this. Now, the emojis are probably going to change over time, it just depending on if I get more creative with it, or if I can just find different ones that I think are a little bit more suiting for the chat. It's going to grow and develop, as you know this channel has done every step of the way. And at the end of the videos, we're going to do a shout out. So I will post on there all of the members of the channel at the end of my live videos. That way that you are getting the recognition that you deserve. Guys, and I just want to say thank you in advance for clicking that join button down below. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next live.
Hey, so just like I said in the video, guys, I truly appreciate all of you that have been here, that have stuck around. It's a tough road, and if you're on that road right now, and you need some help, or you want to talk to somebody about what's going on, you're always welcome to hit me up on Instagram. If you had a question, if you want to talk about something, you're always welcome to hit me up on Instagram. Now, I might not get back to you right away because I work a couple of jobs, so I mean it might take me a minute to get back with you. I tend to check my Instagram a couple of times a day, so if I check it at lunchtime and then I check it again at 5, I mean, so if we're talking at lunchtime and we get a few messages in and then I don't get back to you again till 5, don't be upset that I didn't get right back to you right away. It happens to me all the time. So I normally try and check them at lunchtime, and then somewhere around 5, and then somewhere around after I eat. So it's normally pretty late because I don't get back from the pool deck till 7. I mean, so it's more like 7:30 by the time I get back here because we end at 7. So then it's normally after I eat, it's probably 8:30, 9 o'clock. So there's 3 times in the day that you're normally going to catch me on there. And if you have any questions in like your growth, and if things are slowing down, or if you're just feeling discouraged in general and just want to talk to someone, just feel free to always hit me up on Instagram, guys. You're always welcome to hit me up on Instagram. I'm always willing to talk. I'm never going to like tell you to not talk to me, because I'm always here to talk to you. And look, I'll help you in any way that I can. So there's that. I truly appreciate all of you guys. I'm hoping that this week is going to bring us in some more like Funko news or some more Funko products. I feel like they're just, they started off this year on a weak note. They're kind of bringing us into another weak note. Yesy Lou, I see you, brother. I truly appreciate it. Look, this is going to be a lot of fun. And like I said in that video, as we progress, right, and as this goes on, I am going to come up with new like little. Let me ask y'all a question. Can y'all throw one of those little custom emojis over there? Did it open that up for you? Because I noticed that like at the side of y'all's names that it didn't necessarily open up that burger, right? So I don't know if that's because you're a new member or if I need to go in there and correct something, but can y'all throw those emojis over there? Does somebody have that emoji? Because I purposely made those ridiculous emojis. I put the unicorn and then the rabbit because you just have to know my personality. I'm always saying falling down the rabbit hole. So that's why that rabbit became an emoji, because, you know, I'm falling down the rabbit hole, going down another rabbit hole. So I had to throw him over there. The unicorn is probably not so much of an inside joke, but it kind of is an inside joke. And then I have the, what is it, the unicorn, the rabbit, and the golden poop. I thought if poop was going to be on this channel, that it needed to be golden poop. If it was going to be on this channel, it needed to be golden poop, by God. Can y'all use those? I'm real curious if you can use those. How about throw me a yes, a no? What's going on, guys? Is it delayed that far right now? It might be delayed that far right now. It probably is. Did y'all fall off? Are we still live? I think I'm still live. Can y'all still hear me? Anybody out there? What's going on with my chat? I'm wanting to see one of those emojis so bad. Let's see. So guys, I'm hoping that next week is gonna bring us into some more news. We're gonna get to see like some more stuff that's coming up. I'm hoping they change the way they do their exclusives. I am going to get out of here today, guys. Y'all know that I truly appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with me. It is a lot of fun, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, guys. Don't forget, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Standard Eastern Time, Mr. TechBot and myself will be going live. We will be having special guests. I can't remember who those special guests are right offhand, so I'm not going to try and say them. But we got some special guests tomorrow that's going to be hanging out with us, talking about what's in their collection. And then, you know, that Saturday, we're going to be doing the WandaVision, so don't forget Saturday's WandaVision will be coming up. Chase, I am going to like see what's going on with that and see if there's something I did. I don't think there's something I did. I think that it has something to do with the newness of the member, but I don't know that to be 100% sure. But I will definitely get that figured out, guys. I appreciate you hanging out. Have a good one.